It's happening. You're gonna have to deal with my dishwasher in the background. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pause it so that I can film. Whatever. I guess we'll see. I don't know what part of me squeaked. Hey neighbor, it's Ryan from Hippie Witch Heart, and welcome back to the first official day of Vlogmas of 2024. If you missed anything, this year I am doing the 25 Days of Tarot instead of a traditional Vlogmas. So each day we're going to be unboxing a different tarot deck and talking about a few things. I will be honest, I kind of cheated today. I know day one already failing, but I filmed the unboxing of this deck before I decided that I was filming the 25 Days of Tarot. Like, it was the first deck that I filmed, and I was like, no, we'll wait. And then it just happened to be the one that in the pecking order ended up being the deck for day one. So if you want to have a drink and do it with me, this is Waterdrop, and again, it is a non-spawn thing. There is a link for a discount in the comments though if you guys want to use it. But this is the bottle that I got from them last year. Let's get into the advent. So day number one at our little ski village. Where is number one? Day number one is, please don't be gross, iced tea. We're just starting off straight with an iced tea. Yeah, it is the iced tea raspberry, which I have been waiting for this for so long, because I mean, they sell it in the regular one, but I wasn't going to buy it in the regular one when I knew I was getting the advent. Still haven't gotten any better at doing this part on camera, but open. Oh my god, I almost spilt it all over myself. Day one and I'm already a mess. Oh, we have a new microphone too, so I'm sure that was great for all of you. I'm sorry. Put this on, and we're gonna let this sit while we open everything else, and then we're gonna come back and give flavor results at the end. Is there anything? This one, Makeup Girlies, has a little reindeer on it. Last year they had like QR codes, and I didn't know until like day 20. I'm a really good YouTuber, guys. Wow. Following the little one, we have the big Christmas tree advent. Day one looks like a little church. This one does have the QR code on the back. Will I open it and find out? Where's my phone? Let's do that. Once again, I'm not prepared. Open in Chrome. Vienna in winter, 5 things you should certainly do. Definitely do. I can read. Christmas markets, ice skate. This is cute. This year it has like fun little, oh, and it tells you how long it takes to read. 4 minutes. That's adorable. This is where the snow globe came from in 1900. It's kind of tacky because it says the city's invention of the snow globe in 1900. Waterdrop is shaking things up at the heart of the Austrian capital. Tacky. I love it. Christmas markets, ice skating, a thermal bath, Semmering. Oh, Semmering. It's an area noted for skiing. I didn't know that. You're seeing it on the screen right now, even though I'm reading it from here. I like that this year they have little like blurbs on it. I'm actually going to save the boxes this year too, because it's cute. Okay, so let's open day number one. Oh, inside the box is another box. That's annoying. Once again, I'm struggling to open things on camera. So many things in here. They smell good. What is this? Packaging. And it's the eco packaging, which is nice. Come on, Austria. We've got Winter Forest, Hygge, which I only know that from Scentsy. Home Sweet Home. I think Hygge is my favorite. Hygge? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know what it means. It's like love and that good feeling of cold. They smell really good. Winter Forest is like piney but not super masculine, which I like. Hygge it just smells like man. It smells like Abercrombie but without the pretentiousness, you know what I mean? I really like that. And then Home Sweet Home is like vanilla-y. It's almost like baking, cooking, but not like overpoweringly sweet. I like that they upgraded them into these cute little like tea-like glass thingies. Anyway, terrible Makeup Girlies. Come on, focus, I believe in you. You would think after doing this for 2 years and going on year 3 that I would remember to charge my batteries before I film. I didn't. Sorry. Moving on to my yarn advent. Let's open the extras first. Yeah, we'll open this one. So this is obviously a candle. This advent is from Rainier Roses. Hi, Maribel. Love her. She's the sweetest. And I have a candle that says, smells like I have too many whips, but I'm casting on anyway. You don't know what a whip is because you don't speak crochet. Hi, welcome to this channel. It's a work in progress. And I have like 30 of them. Again, this is what the inspiration for this advent was, and it's all moody, like purples and teals. Hello. Ooh. Starting off strong. Makeup girlies. With this really bold, it's pretty green. It also has a lot of, I wouldn't call it a tonal because it's got some striping in it, but it's like little patches of light where the yarn didn't saturate all the way and patches where it did saturate. So that's going to work out really nice and have a lot of fun, like variation, but not variegation. Looking at the inspiration picks, I wouldn't pick this from it. So I want to know which direction she's going in because it's definitely lighter at the top. It's going to be on here. It's lighter at the top and it gets darker. So this is probably like the really bright side of it. I think it's fun. I think it's going to look cool. Yeah. Before we get into the actual unboxing, we'll have a fun little tarot lesson. Hocus Pocus Tarot is today's tarot deck for the 25 Days of Tarot. It lost the Ultimate Tarot Smackdown, which I was surprised by. I really thought this was going to go further than it did, but 4. It got 4 votes total. It's probably because it's like a Halloween-y themed deck. Halloween themed deck. The art style, makeup girlies, is different too. It's not like true to the show or the movie. It's like very almost anime manga style. So if you're completely new to tarot and you know nothing about that, this is going to be a really interesting series because Austin's sneezing in the other room. This is going to be a really interesting series because I'm going to teach you what I associate with tarot and like how I do things and ways that you can learn how to read the cards, even if it's not a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And if you missed my intro video about where tarot came from, and Rider-Waite are the two that made the deck, and Pamela Coleman Smith is the one that illustrated it, people consider a traditional tarot deck and where all of this inspiration comes from. Decks like this one don't really follow that as much as it's just what the symbolism and what the card means is how they're going to translate it to match whatever their style. This one is based off a movie, so it's fitting those characters into those places and seeing how they work. So this is day 1, and there are 22 major arcana in the actual deck, so we're just going to do a different one each day. We're going to do the Fool today. See the rest of this in the unboxing. The Fool represents beginning something new. It's the naivete of not understanding what's going on before you, just going blindly into the world in front of you. And it's a great opportunity. It is marked as 0 in the tarot deck because there's 22 cards in the major arcana. 0 is the number on this because it can be the beginning, the middle, the end. The Fool can really be anywhere, but it does represent the beginning of a journey. But in this one, we have Max lighting the black flame candle. He doesn't know what's coming from it. It's just a candle. He doesn't really believe any of it, but all of the chaos that's going to surround him from learning and making the mistake of doing this is going to come back to possibly bite him. He has this look of just whatever on his face because it doesn't really affect him, right? He's not at the stage where it matters yet. So when you get the Fool in a drawing, use that as the opportunity to A, not be scared of what you're doing, just have that childlike wonder and lets you go into a situation fully open-minded, but also you don't know what chaos you're causing. You don't know what you're about to bring upon yourself. Each deck comes with a guidebook. This one is actually pretty hefty. I've used it a few times. I like to read them. I know a lot of people don't. They like to just throw them to the side and interpret how they want to interpret. But I have found that artists interpret things for a specific reason, and it helps with the way that they want their deck to be read. It helps with understanding of what they thought was going on when they designed the card and the images in it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a set in stone thing for you, but it helps you understand the way that they intended things. It is a really good starting point for you to be able to look at this and go, oh, that's what they meant, and then take those and build them on yourself. You'll see in other decks that we're going to unbox in here, but there's plenty of tarot cards where I've read the description that they had and I was like, wow, I never would have thought of it that way. The Darkwood Tarot being a huge one. Like the Hermit from that deck really changed my complete mindset of how I read that card. Let's see what this says. It says the Fool represents the beginning of a journey and the desire to accomplish a great goal. Like the Fool, Max Dennison starts his adventure one Halloween night when he lights the black flame candle. In order to save the children of Salem, he must defeat the evil Sanderson sisters. Although he may not have any witches to vanquish, you find yourself embarking on an adventure of your own. Which is basically what I said. And then it gives you upright and reversed. You don't have to read reversals when you're first learning tarot, because memorizing 78 cards is a lot. It's a lot. No one blames you. I personally feel that you have to read reversals because you're getting the full picture of what's going on. And, you know, if you're not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the story. But for me, it's okay. But for me, being able to read reversals helps give you a better picture of what's going on, and it helps you to understand things better. So I think it's important to at least learn them, or like use the guidebooks when you're going through to kind of round everything out that you're doing. As Max is quick to accept his wrongdoings and begin his adventure, working tirelessly throughout the night to stop the Sanderson sisters. Learn from his example and keep your conviction as you start on your own journey. We covered that. The night is long and it has just begun. A wonderful dawn awaits you at the end. The journey's reward will be well worth the effort that it takes. Which is also what I said. So we're good. And then in the reverse, it says, Max's foolishness led his undoing when he lights the black flame candle and summons the Sanderson sisters. You would do well not to follow his example. Though the adventure ahead is exciting, make sure to plan carefully. Rushing into a journey without properly preparing first will lead to naught but conflict. Remember, only fools rush in. Which is tacky, but I love it. That's the Fool. And now we're going to unbox the deck and I'll come back and do my flavor test. See you in a few minutes. This is the Hocus Pocus deck. It on the sides, it's a really nice case. It says the original tarot deck based on the classic Disney film. And it's in like a fun gold. This is from Inside Editions. And this is like actual Disney branded. Written by Minerva Siegel and Tori Schaefer. Illustrated by Dread. Nice ribbon to pull them out. And then this is a fun detail in the back. It's the black flame candle. That's cute. The cards feel pretty good. They're nice and smooth, not super shiny, which is really nice, and they're a pretty decent thickness. Again, shuffling these might cause some issues for you. I also love this like cosmic color we got here, and then the front is like the images. They're very unique animation style, or unique illustration. Really cool though. And if you're familiar with the movie, which is the reason I'm using my purple background for this one, is it ties in nicely and tells the story with the images. I love that. Again, if you like these backgrounds that I use, they're all linked in the description. These are from Replica. This is the Orchid Wash Wood. And it just felt like a perfect fit for the witches. You know what I mean? The Fool. Winifred is the magician. I love that. The book is floating. It does not have as much of the symbolism as you would expect from regular tarot. So if you are a beginner tarot reader, this may not be image friendly for you to learn how to do the readings from. But I feel like that description was really good, and it ties into the movie, so it'll help you understand more of the tarot in context of what happened in the movie. So if you're familiar with the movie, this is a great way to learn. High Priestess, love it. It's so beautiful. The Empress. These are really well done. Wow. The Hierophant being the book, fabulous. Because the Hierophant is all about rules and the love. Yeah, so this is a fun deck because it's not playing on what you... It's not easy for you to interpret if you don't know tarot. Like, these are using the story and fitting the story into the image, which I enjoy tarot decks that do things like that. Cards are a little sticky, though, I will say that. So, the Chariot being the vacuum, great. Danny is Strength. Yeah, this art style is really cool, and I love this like neon green that they've got going around the images here. Love this. Wheel of Fortune being Salt. Love. I think this is really fun. Justice is the townspeople yelling at the witches. That's also the... Oh no, it's not. It just looks like it. Okay. Suspension, that's what they're using instead of the Hanged Man, I see. Okay. Transformation. So they did change a few of these things. Wait, they changed this one a little bit, which is kind of nice. transformation being death. Obviously a Disney one, I don't think they're going to say that. And it's fun because Thackeray Banks doesn't actually die. Well, till the end, but he becomes a cat, so he is transforming into something. And death, I think that's a really good representation too, because death doesn't mean like dead. It means a transformation of some sort. Temperance, great. The devil being the master, that's just a fun nod. And the dog being there with them. This is lovely. I love the tower. The star. These are really fun. And the moon I like because it's illusions. It's not always what you expect. So the fact that it's, you know, Mary doing this, that's a really cool twist. Fun nod in here too. She can't tell that they're children because she smells them, but they're in costumes. So that's a fun little nod for people that know tarot. Lovely. The sun, you can even see the like sunrise behind her in the stone. This is really well done. And then this is the final. The world represents the end of the journey. So there's that in the majors. That's cool. Alright, potions. That is, I'm assuming, cups? Yeah, so we got, starting from the back with the aces for the, or not the aces, the face cards for this. So we've got the king, queen, yeah. These are so interesting. This makes me think a lot of my Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Disney has a tradition with decks, I guess, where they're going through different, of turning their like fun, spooky things into tarot cards. I will say the art style in this is very different. The art style in the Nightmare Before Christmas deck looks like the actual style from the movie. Lovely. Like, this is really fun. These are harder to do. These are harder to get the traditional meanings from because you're, you know, they're very stylized. So if you're not familiar with the deck, this is where I think it's going to be a problem for you. Really, still really cool though. Candles, so I'm assuming this is wands. This looks very, Princess and the Frog, Dr. Facilier. Like, this is a fun image style. Queen of Candles being the mom as Madonna, love it. This is a fun image in and of itself. Like, even separate from the deck, I love the art style. Really cool. The little angel. That's cool, to be Three of Wands, have it melting into the skull. Yeah, again, if you don't know the cards, you're not getting anything from these. They're not providing any imagery that's really going to let you know what these are about. Pumpkins. So what is pumpkin supposed to be in here? Let's see. So pumpkins are pentacles in this deck. So, house. Lovely. Even the costuming, the way it's done. These are really fun. Again, a little sticky when you first open them, but that's okay. It's so cool seeing all this imagery in the art. Especially because, so, Nightmare Before Christmas deck does this too, where it's like, how does this apply to the movie? It just feels themed. But then there's little things coming in. Lightning is swords. So let's see how this pans out. That's cool looking. Big fan. Even just like the creepiness in the fingers and the shadows. Really cool looking. The book being struck by lightning for the heartbreak is so interesting to see too. 6 of lighting being leaving. The Thief. Yeah. Really cool deck. Yeah, big fan. Big fan of this deck. It was really fun art style, really cool to see the imagery done in there. I don't think it's user-friendly. I don't think that it's, if you're a beginner, that you'll be able to read from this. This is definitely a deck that requires some prior knowledge, although the guidebook is really good and can teach you a lot of things and tie it into how the movie is to make it easier to remember. I still think that if you are just starting with tarot, this is not the deck to get, because you're not going to know anything from looking at the image. You'd have to memorize what's going on in there. You can find the link to this deck as well as a coupon link to Replica for you to get 15% off your first order. Non-spawn from them. It's just something that I really enjoy and it fits perfectly themed. I gotta be honest with you, I feel like I'm gonna have a really hell of a time editing this because I filmed that unboxing so long ago that I don't remember what happened to it. But I do like this deck. I think it's really cute. Definitely takes some getting used to reading it because they're not like traditional images. It is an artistic like pinpoint of a movie, but it's fun if you understand the basics of tarot and you have some memorization to challenge yourself and go with this. Plus, I just like seeing artist interpretations of things. On to the beverages. It says iced tea raspberry is black tea and raspberry with other natural flavors, sugar-free, low-calorie, vitamin C, and niacin. If we remember from last year, this is what niacin is. Do we all remember? I don't. And see if it tastes like raspberry. Oh, it's a lot more subtle than I thought it would be. Oh, I like that. I might like this one more than I like the blueberry one. And the blueberry one's great. I love the iced tea flavors. Now remember, I have the huge bottle. It's bigger than my face. And this one definitely waters things down a bit because I put more in it because I like it a little more watery. But it's got a really nice berry flavor. It almost tastes like those Liptons that I talked about previously. So the people at Waterdrop, they know how to make an iced tea. And for hydration, are you kidding me? Love it. All right, I'm gonna finish drinking this. I hope you learned something from today's tarot video. I'm gonna figure out how to edit this and have a great time. Drink this, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2 of Vlogmas. Good night.